Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahavakar Kwadash. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe and to the few, I mean a very few, brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in hopes of being saved within these last days. Because you know what, living in the last days of the last days. Now, this ain't no paranoia thing or nothing like that. Just making brothers and sisters aware, Baba Kasha. Remember, when you read Corinthians, what's the thing, 2 Corinthians 3 and 11, it says, lest Satan should get to take advantage of us. He's able to do that when you're ignorant, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Just be mindful. It says we're not ignorant of his devices, lest he should have an advantage over you. This man, we know he's a mad scientist, right? This man, yes, he has what you call devices that he uses. And one of those devices, one of them is known as you have utilities, right? You have utilities, you may have a phone, you may have a speaker, you may have a fridge or whatever. Okay. And so forth. TV, whatever. Some of you may have, I don't know, some form of signal. Well, the scripture says, lest we should be ignorant. So we're not ignorant of this man and his devices. Okay, they're very crude. Remember, the enemy is very crude and how he does things. We're not ignorant of that. So one of the main tools of the enemy, what is it? EMF. EMF. What's EMF? Electronic magnetic fields. Within this program, don't call yourself targeted, empowered, whatever, enlightened. Just know the enemy can use anyone. So he can also use contractors as well. And have you seen it with the maintenance? They use the maintenance workers, and we don't know for sure everything. But who's to say when you have not been home, you know, someone, a maintenance worker, whoever, has not come in and implanted a device, because they can do that if they've been given permission by your landlord, right? They can plant a device within your household. Sometimes they don't even need to do that, but they have devices. I've told you about the neural monitoring. EMF is basically electronic magnetic fields, okay, which they can use also to use it as a basically to form some form of radiation. So they can do it as transmitting, right? So the enemy can also transmit signals. It's called radio. What's it called? Radio waves and all that. Yeah, they can do that. Gang stalkers are taught this by law enforcement. Yes, your gang stalkers are taught this by law enforcement. All right, to do these type of things. Okay, and it does expose you to health limits. So you got to make sure you're also protecting your body as well. You're getting outside. You're eating healthy greens, all this stuff, because the gang stalkers, they're demonically possessed, but they are taking orders. But back to the point. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. This man has many, 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 right? He also has what you call a receiver, an antenna, in a form of, what do you call it, a modem or a router. So with that modem or router, they're able to intercept what you're saying. It's kind of like something in a central intelligence service, right? So they have these things. They have sound. What do you call it? The sound. What's it? Not gamma. What's that? Ultrasound. They also use that as well. Ultrasound. We cannot be ignorant of this man's devices, right? We cannot be ignorant. This man is insane. He will go to all lengths to try to destroy our people. I'm telling you, all type of lengths. All right, all type of lengths. So we're gonna get into some scriptures. Never trust your enemy, bro. If you see these signs, you have to take precautions. Okay, you have to. You sitting around there, but someone's basically trying to fucking kill. Someone's trying to kill you. You got to get remove. I keep telling you, remove yourself from this individual because these individuals keep showing signs, and they're not good signs. They're bad signs. They're bad signs. I keep telling you, not everybody's against you, but there is people that got the spirit of jealousy upon them and envy, and they don't want to check themselves. So guess what? This happens when you don't check yourself. It starts to grow like a cancer. Speaking of cancer, with this technology, yes, it can give you cancer if you're unaware of it. Oh well, this person premature illness or death because they had cancer, but they didn't realize what was actually happening. Once you know about these technologies, you're able to adapt to it because most people don't even understand these technologies that are being used. Okay, you don't understand it, and these technologies are, yes, they're being given to gang stalkers. I've heard they use torches. I've heard they use light systems. Oh yes, light systems, LED lights. I heard they also use ovens. Yes, ovens. I've heard they use microwaves. All right, all that stuff, bro. You have to be wise. That's why scripture says, be circumspect. Don't walk around as a fool. Because there's criminals out here as well that are also taught to do these things as well. Because they're criminals. That's criminal actions right there. Don't be amongst these people, bro. If someone's trying to do you harm, well, straight up, red light. Red light. You don't need to be amongst that person. Because obviously they got demonic spirits using them, right? To do these type of things, man. There's people out here with what's it malignant? What's it malignant? Well, yeah, malignant spirits, malevolent. That's the word, malevolent. Right? You gotta keep these people out of your energy. Keep them out of your field, bro. Right? Trying to destroy your aura field. Yeah, these things can cause cancer over time. Right? Mm-mm-mm. That's why you don't want to be on these devices. The EMF world, we call it. Ephesians, well, hold on. Ephesians, which is the prince and power of the air that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So this prince and power of the air, we already know who that is. Worketh in the children of disobedience, works in the lower atmosphere. How? Through the electrics. Some of you suffer what you call electric attacks. Well, because he works through the prince and power of the air. Can work through your devices. If they can't get to you physically, they're going to try to get to you through your devices. That's why some of you may have malfunctionings and all that. Right? The enemy don't play. He doesn't. The enemy don't play fair. He ain't supposed to. He's the devil. What do you expect? He's he's Satan, man. What do you expect? He's an adversary to our souls. What do you expect? But you can take measures to make sure you're okay. Right? You also got poles. You know them? What do you call it? Them cellular poles. Well, who's on the other side of them cellular poles, bro? That's who is it? Police, right? Police have access to them cellular poles and what network operators, bro. So this is serious stuff, bro. You gotta look after yourself. You gotta stay safe, bro. Right? Because they're starting to switch up the tactics now, bro. There's someone out there that wants you dead, bro. Someone. And the people that are around you, these gang stalkers, they ain't gonna say anything. They ain't gonna mention anything because they're wicked as well, bro. You can remove yourself from these people, bro. Remove yourself from their presence, bro. Because they don't have good intentions for you. And if that's being shown time and time again, then you have to take them precautions. Because if you don't, that could be it for you. First Peter's 5 and 9. The adversary, your adversary, walketh about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Okay, looking. Who am I going to devour today? Who am I going to destroy today? Who's easy pickings? Who's just sitting duck? That's why you got to be moving as well. Not in one place for too long. Alright? Told you this already, bro. There's people also with envy that want to get you set up for no reason. Yeah, set him up, set him up. Well, that sounds like a criminal, right? You criminals that want to set up other people. Right? So you got to take precautions, bro. We're being watched as well. We're being secretly surveilled, right? In your households, bro. Where you're living. You understand? Secretly surveilled. That's why when you step outside, there's going to be about 100 people just waiting for you. All right, you're being surveilled. We're being watched. We're being monitored. All right, by all types of people. So criminals as well, occultists, warlocks, right, and traffickers. Right, you never know. They might want your organs. You have to be careful, bro. You have to be careful out here, especially if you're someone that rolls alone. You have to be even more cautious if you're rolling alone as well. They might want your organs, bro. You have Africans. You have Africans, right? Well, not just Africans, but you have Africans that they be selling up organs and all that. Because what they're using with this electromagnetic field, what does it target? It targets your organs, your respiratory. It targets your respiratory. And you never know. There might be a woman in Ghana, old woman. Oh, I need a liver. I need a liver. All these things get so, bro. That's why when I talk about the trafficking thing, bro, there's many dynamics to it. If any of you are getting hit with EMF, that's just another form of trafficking. That's bio trafficking. You see, you're gonna get people that get fucking emotional now. Why are you speaking about that? Because that's what's happening. So there's also bio trafficking as well. Using what? Using EMFs, right? And they can cause synthetic diseases. Not just cancer, synthetic. Okay? Where the immune system is being weakened. How? Through EMF. They call it smog. Clouded thoughts. Okay? Who's doing it? I've told you already. Law enforcement can do this type of stuff because they have the gadgets, right? And pretty much you probably do, well, not probably, you definitely have, if you're being gangstered, you have a law enforcement, not one, not two, you probably have 3 or 4 within the area. And you can also have police, they also use their radios, and they also have access to what? Cellular towers, right? Am I correct? And these cellular towers can see what you're doing in your room. Okay? Oh, yes. And you also have, I've told you, you have, no, not all the time, not all construction workers, because most of them ain't got time to do that, unless they're paid. And a few construction workers, because I've seen it, have been paid to do this type of stuff. Okay? Wire up houses and shit. So if you're ever living somewhere, and say if someone's been moved out of that house, nobody's there, you got to ask yourself, well, what have they put in that house? They probably put some devices in that house, bro, to monitor you. You got to be aware, bro. Get yourself an EMF meter if you need to as well, to see where it's coming from. Okay. Sometimes they can also use gang stalkers. Say if you're living in a flat and you got someone above you, they will use a gang stalker and they will put these devices above you. Yeah, and you'd be getting hit with something and you don't realize because the gang stalker above you has put that there. Bro, I know what I'm talking about. Bro, I know what I'm talking about. Never trust your enemy. Never trust your enemy, man. Never, bro. You have to take precautions, bro. Your life depends on it. Yeah, you are protected, but still, it doesn't matter. You still taking precautions, okay? Because people are demonic. I'm telling you, people are demonic, right? People are demonic. People got the spirit of death, jealousy. They got the spirit of death upon them, bro. I keep telling you, how many people are not here anymore because they weren't acting through the spirit. They're being naive. Oh no, 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 that guy's alright. No, I think he's having a bad day. No, the guy's chatting shit, bro. The guy's waking up early in the morning chatting shit, thinking about you. That's a red line. If someone's waking up thinking about you with evil intent, well, that's some type of form of possession. They're on the phone. They're on the phone talking about early from morning to daytime to nighttime. That's a problem. That's a problem. It's alright if you just one little phone call. That's a problem. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. Remove yourself. You're not here to be no one's. You're not here to be. What's the word? Abused. You're not here to be abused. Remove yourself. Let them abuse each other. Because once you're taken out of the equation, you're not there. You're not accessible. Right? See this man now walking out. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, you see how people move as well. Hear the man stepping into his car now. You even see how people move as well. With demonic sleep to see how certain people move as well. Sometimes this is coming from, I've told you already, law enforcement. They have access to this technology. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, brothers. Okay. That's someone that wants to take you out, bro. So this, bro, this is serious stuff. The reason I'm mentioning it, because it's happening. It's happening, bro. So and this can create problems within your body, bro. This is happening to thousands of people. I might even post a video. We're gonna post a video about it. Okay, we post a video. Right? How these things are happening. Be careful of the people around you. Pay attention. We're not talking about no paranoia. You pay attention. Right? Who's moving funny? Yep, yeah, the car just started. That's probably law enforcement. I believe that's law enforcement. Every morning. Right? That's law enforcement. By the way, they do that stuff as well. They leave at a certain time. They monitor you. Now, the job of law enforcement, brothers, is to law enforcement step in if there's been some type of allegation made of something that's been going on. So the law enforcement, they're there to, well, their job should be to, they've heard something. So they go into, oh, Salakia, investigator, private investigator, sorry. The job of a private investigator is to investigate because something has been said. 9 times out of 10, guess by who? The narcissist. Remember, the covert narcissist is a psychopath, and the covert narcissist has connections to a lot of people. Okay, so don't be surprised. The covert narcissist has connections with police, has connections with law enforcement, has connections with a private investigator. Now, something was probably said about you, a lie. So the private investigator is looking to see if any of those things are true, and they're not. But if that private investigator is not right and he's corrupt, he's going to be working on the behalf of the narcissist. You understand this? This is all about narrative. I don't know if you can hear that revving. All right, these are psychological tactics. So these are tactics of the enemy. These are all tactics of the enemy. Okay, the narcissist, the covert narcissist, is doing this in the background. Now you're not going to see their face. You're never going to really see their face. They're doing this in the background. I'm telling you, the covert narcissist, he's the one that's sending these people your way. But you would never see him. You would never see him. He's the one that's pulling the strings behind closed doors. I see the car's it's gonna drive off now, like every morning. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It's gonna drive off. I believe that's a private investigator. It was that same car when I was in station. That same guy was there. So he's probably a private investigator. You know, brother's got to be, bro, you have to be on point. You have to be on point. Very on point. Lot of stuff going on. Lot of stuff. Okay. Can get real dangerous out here, bro. Especially if you're by yourself. It makes it easier to do some certain things to you if you're by yourself. When someone's around you, they're not even gonna do half of the stuff they try. So you gotta understand the mindset of these people as well. They tend to be very predatorial. Nothing's wrong with being by yourself, but that's why sometimes you might need to bring someone else in. Let's say you see that there. You notice that? Yeah. You notice that. These people, what do you think they're doing? They're in groups. They're in packs. When they're on the phone, who do you think they're speaking to? They're on the phone. They're in packs. That's how they do things. Okay, and it's not that you're weak. I'm just saying, it's not that you're weak. You're not weak. You're powerful. You're strong. But they team up because they're small. They're insecure. That's how they do things, bro. So going back to this topic is we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Just be mindful when you're on these devices. Be mindful. Okay, I've told you about how they also like to admit what they do is, say if you're watching something, you have people, remember, because they're hacking your, they can basically see what you're watching. Yes, your neighbors as well. Even the same tenants, they can see what you're watching. So when they do that, if your device starts heating up, well, because that's what they're doing, they're basically also trying to siphon your energy. Right? It's demons. It's not about demons. But you have to stay firm in your Yahushua. Firm. Right? Yahushua is the head of all principalities and powers. Bro, you gotta be serious. This ain't no joke, bro. It's serious stuff. Serious stuff, bro. Serious stuff. Told you about the covens. These are covens, by the way. Covens, warlocks. Made agreements with the enemy. Okay. To come after you. Oh yes. It's not a coincidence, is it? It's not a coincidence. They use groups, man, to do this type of stuff. So I just want to make you aware of this stuff, and don't be silly out here. Don't think things have not been, there hasn't been certain traps. Like when you go out, certain traps and certain people are not speaking when you're not here, because those things are happening. Not that you need to be concerned about it, but you have to have a certain level of an awareness, because if you don't, that could be it for you. Because they already know that you're alert, and they can't really pull too much on you. So if someone knows you're alert, you're somewhat smart, well, they're not going to do things right in front of your face. They're going to be more covert about how they do things around you now. Okay? So if they're going to be more covert, that means they're going to be more demonic, more devilish now. So you've got to be a bit more on point now. You see? I'm telling you, a lot of people that was sent, you're going to know if someone was sent to you by God, by what? By their how they do things, how they treat people, what they do, what they say. You're going to know. Was this person sent from God to help you, or was this person sent from the devil? You will know. How would you know if they were sent by the devil? Negative gossip. Um, what's the other one? What did they try to dehumanize your efforts? Every time you're doing something, they always want to speak about what you're doing and try to lessen. That's they were sent by the devil. Doesn't take a rocket scientist, does it? Gaslighting, which that's kind of I don't really get. I wouldn't say I get that as much. It's still there, but I don't get as much. Gaslighting. That's all of the devil, man. So you're gonna know if who was sent your way to help you, all right, to be a part of your journey, or if someone was just sent to try to block you and try to slow you down. You're gonna know. You were gonna know, because why? Because your Yahushua is gonna give you that discernment to know. You're gonna know if someone's sent by God. Why? Upliftment, love, joy, settled. They're not going to be chaotic. That's another thing. They're not going to be chaotic. You know that, right? They will not. If someone's sent by God in your life, they're not going to have the spirit of confusion, chaos. They're not going to be They're not going to be intimidated. Right? They're going to have the love of Yahushua. Right? They're going to have His love. What else? They're going to correct you, reprove you, but it's going to be from a place of they want you to be better. They're not doing it out of a place of spite. No, a lot of people do that, right? Doing things out of spite. Nah, a brother's not gonna do that. He's gonna correct you though. He's gonna reprove you. It says, the righteous shall smite me with their lips. I would rather that than someone tell you lies, gas your head up, getting gassed up. I'm just saying, brothers, you need to, when these things start happening, bring one or two more people and bring it to their attention, so you know. Because if you're letting things happen, right? If you just let you sitting there and letting things happen, well, the people, they have the mentality of, well, oh well, there's nobody there, nobody really sees, so we can keep doing it because nobody's saying anything, all right? Because they're like us. So it's always good to bring one or two more witnesses so they can also see it for themselves as well, right? And you show them, okay, yeah, I see, I get you, yeah, yeah. That's always a good thing. Don't leave things when you see evil. You don't sit in evil. You don't sit in it, do you? All right. You correct it. You rebuke it. You remove yourself from it, and you also bring awareness of it, which is what the light. Okay. You are the light of the world. You bring a light. John 3. Men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. So you bring light upon these things as well. Because you can help others. Because this is also happening to other people. Mm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. You got people that target where people live, basically. Their households and all that. You got people that do that out of spite, out of jealousy. They don't want to see you have any. They don't want to see you have anything, anything. You know. So it's just awareness. Move smart, move wise, and don't be putting yourself in environments that are highly toxic. I think that's very fitting to this lesson, right? Don't be doing that. You have the choice. Mm. You have a choice. What do you want? Do you want misery or do you want joy? Pick one. That's a decision. That's a decision. Pick one. What do you want? Misery or joy? Okay. You should want joy. So if you want joy, yeah, there's things you have to do. You can't be around people that they don't they don't they don't have no self love. If they don't have self love, bro, they ain't gonna have love. They don't have respect for themselves. What makes them think they're gonna respect you? They don't respect themselves, bro. Just using wisdom, using discernment. They're still gonna monitor you, though. Oh yeah, they're still gonna know when you come home because that's what they do. They've given themselves to that wicked spirit. You can't do nothing about that. Well, actually, yeah, there is things you could do about it, but in terms of them doing that, you're not in control of them, right? They've chose to do these things because they've given themselves over to that demonic spirit to monitor you, to gossip. That's, bro. That's not our problem. It's not our problem. We have to do what we have to do. Hmm. And finally get that reward, that Lord willing, that righteous rewards, man. Okay, so keep up the good fight, keep up the good fight of faith. And I'm going to shut off here, right? And it's going to be very, very, very hot today. So you brothers that are going out to camp, bring water. Make sure you have water. It's going to be about 28, nearly 30. Make sure you bring up some water. Okay, I'm going to shut off here. Excuse me. I'm going to shut off here. And until the next time, brothers, sisters, stay safe. Make sure you stay safe. Until the next time. Shalom.